Welcome, everyone, to the Will Reads for episode 7 of season 13. What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
What's up? Remember that? That was a thing.
It was.
It stuck around for a while. No, every now and then it creeps back. The people that were there, if somebody drops a what's up, like they'll be what's up.
Oh, those are the days.
Those they were. How's everyone doing tonight?
Chilling, drinking a bud.
Dylan, drinking a bud.
Sounds like a nice night, a nice relaxing fall asleep time.
Yeah. I don't think we have really any announcements per se, so we can just jump right into personal life, unless you guys have announcements to make.
Oh.
Ian dropped the big bomb on us last week, and so there's nothing else to drop at this point.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. Dropped it all.
How's it been? Week 1.
How's married life?
Yeah, how's the married life?
It's so it's good. It's interesting. So she moved in. Today is 30 days that we've been living together.
Mm-hmm.
And a little over a week and a couple of days married. Oh no, wait, not even a week yet. It'll be week Thursday.
Yeah, I just remembered as I was
I had to redo my math. So all right, once the kids are in their school year, like between work and trying to be good about going to the gym almost every day, even for a little bit, and my long commute, and then driving the kids around. But like my life is crazy busy from Labor Day till Memorial Day. So like she moved in, and then we were just like right into the routine sort of thing. But she's like, it's nice. It's like we both really crave doing stuff together. So as often as we can, we want to do stuff together. But like she's also very, very realistic that, it's not going to be literally everything. And I got other obligations and time away. And so she keeps herself busy, and it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anything interesting happened this weekend for you? Personal life?
Tonight I cooked, and I made a shrimp ceviche that she devoured, and I got 2 thumbs up on that. So that's high marks from her, because that's usually her niche.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, and then figuring out the whole, I touched on this before, but like researching the whole immigration process, bro.
It's a lot.
It's a nightmare.
Yeah. Told the kids yet?
You're currently going through it.
Yeah, the boys
told
know.
The kids yet?
Yeah, they know.
Okay.
They like typical boys, like they kind of shrugged and they're like, "Oh, that's cool." And I was like, well, "Why do you think it's cool?" And like Ronan was like, "Well, I really like all the food she makes." And I was like, "Yeah, it's because she be cooking."
That's funny.
Let me tell you.
Yeah. Tonight I had leftovers for dinner, and it was delicious.
Hey, leftover night can be good.
Yeah. It was rice and no.
Oh, just a different background.
I know. I'm recording in my my living room rather than my kitchen. So see, there's the tarp for the construction.
Yes,
that's over there. So it's
the old construction tarp.
Yep. So now this is the living room with all my books and books and books, all the books. There's Wheel of Time up there. Woo. And all the kids' toys everywhere. Because
half those toys are yours, Alan. We know you. Come on.
Holy Alan.
Dude, check it
out. The basket of
the
trains open belongs to Alan.
It's just a book of Lego figurines. You can tell my son loves Legos. They're all Ninjago. Anyway, let's see, personal life. Let's see what happened. Let's see, we had birthday parties. We built out my daughter's office. I bought her a cool rug. I showed this last time the Cosmo Reads. It's on the ground there. It's a rainbow, like really super soft rug. It's laying right here because we're gonna put it in her office once construction is done, and that becomes her room.
Yeah.
But so it's just sitting there for right now because we know where else to put it. That's kind of how things go for right now.
Any
And
update
birthday
on
parties for
completion
kids.
timeline for the construction?
So the bathtub's in and has water. The sinks are the vanity's in, has water. So the master bathroom, it's pretty much all done. They put in lights today, so like the can lights, those went in to the office, my recording area, and also all the can lights did. Those went in today. So they have to do the floors next week. So next week's going to be the floors are being redone and sanded and refinished, and then it's just kind of touch up paint and painting, and then they put a hardware on the doors. So we're almost we're in the final stretch.
You're almost on the finishes.
About a month away.
Little punch out stuff.
You'll be done before Thanksgiving.
Yeah. The bathtub's really cool. It's it's exactly something's gonna happen now. The plague's gonna come through, and
no.
So anyway, yeah. So birthday parties. What else did we do this weekend? We built out that room. So lots of sawing and painting, and then
What'd you see?
my circular blade going through the wood, and yeah, it was really that's what I saw.
You were able to see the saw?
It was moving really fast, but I could see the effects of it.
Did you see the saw sawing? Or were you only able to see what the saw sawed?
I saw the saw. Yeah.
And I see what the saw could sue.
See the saw could saw. Yeah. It's pretty cool. But other than that, not too much else. Didn't do much else this weekend. Yeah. That's it. Pretty boring.
Yeah. Saw a movie this weekend. We saw what's the name of it? Him. Oh my god. Ooh. Definitely
good stuff.
If you're into thriller and somewhat cultish type stuff, then you're also into like looking at popular culture and how it impacts the psyche, then yes, it is definitely for you. As a communications major, like the nerd kind of came out of me a little bit as I was watching it and looking at the social constructs and how they were portrayed in the movie, and essentially the definition of masculinity in sports and femininity in sports, and it's just all the different pieces. And then looking at sports and finances and how all this stuff really is in the way the movie framed it, cult like. It was like, wow. Chanel was panicking, like she's into ghosts and thriller and all that. I am not. I hate that stuff. Y'all know this, but she is into it. But like 15 minutes into the movie, she was like, I don't know if I could do this. And I was like, oh, this is awesome. What are you talking about?
Well, I'm going to have to check it out then. Yeah. Because I love movies like that, but I'm the most judgmental when it comes to movies like that, because so many of them, like, they have a good concept and they're just not done right. There's like horror and thriller. There's a lot of bust out there.
The very end took like this wild turn that I was just like, it was disturbing, but it was well placed.
Okay.
So if I was disappointed by anything, it was literally just the end. But even the end, though I was disappointed, it was only because it went from what we were watching to literally cult classic.
Oh yeah.
15 minutes. I was like, y'all could have been. They incorporated a little bit overlay, but it really got heavy at the end. I could have done without that, but it served a purpose and it was good.
All right, I'm about to check that out though.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
We had friends and family night at a friends and family day at church, which is awesome. We went to Chanel's family church, rather than our own, and so it's not to take us on a downer, but it's really upsetting for me when I was sitting there because everything was outdoors, and of course with everything going on in the world right now, I was like, is this safe? Like,
oh yeah.
Once I got over that,
you're not wrong to think that.
But yeah, we were. I hate to say it this way, we were a big target, which was great because a lot of people showed up and it was a fun time and it was great fellowshipping with all the people, but we would have been a big target. So from a security standpoint, from a person who is hyper vigilant, the beginning of it created a lot of angst, but afterwards I was good.
Glad you went.
Yeah. More
Cool.
You know, a big group like that needs some people to be vigilant. Not to the point of spoiling it for yourself, but I gave up trying to fight it a long time ago. For the last 20 years, everywhere I go, I'm looking at everything. And I'm not foolish enough to think me, and most of the time now I'm unarmed, like I'm going to save everything or say like, but I'm aware and looking for where all the threats could come from. And it doesn't even freak me out anymore. I just do it and accept that that's my role. That's my job. And if I could see it coming a little bit before other people or do something to, you know, whatever. But it is unfortunate. I mean, I get what you're saying. Like that is, yeah.
That's where we're at. So,
yeah.
Yeah. Fun times.
Yeah. You know what the low point of my week was?
What was that?
And technically it's a high point when you look at the full story, but today, all right, so I pack a lunch now, so I'm not spending money, and it's mostly healthy, like some chopped up fruit, some mixed nuts, this, that, and the other snack on throughout the day. And I always make my own lunch. When Jacqueline moved in, she's like, "What are you doing?" And like she would start making it for me. And I was like, I can't have you doing all this stuff for me. So I'll put together a lunch, but she'll always plus it up. Or she'll have the fruit cut up. So I go in the fridge to get the fruit, and like the Tupperware is already full with cut up fruit. Like she'll beat me to it or whatever. So I'll put that in my lunchbox, and she'll always plus it up with a few things. There'd be a little piece of chocolate or a juicy juice. And when she first started doing that, I was joking with like my coworkers, like, "Oh, I got my juicy juice." And da, 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 da. Well, today there wasn't a juicy juice in there. It ruined my whole day.
That's awesome.
You did something last night to pick her off. She's like, "No,
juicy juice for you."
She can't argue with you, so she just takes your juicy juice away.
I know, right? Oh man.
And now you're married. And that's the difference now.
I can't argue with
you were dating. Now you're married.
Right.
It's like, I
gotta figure out what it was so I can get that juicy juice back.
Yeah.
Anyways, but it was also really cute.
Yeah.
One of my coworkers called me out. They're like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "I mean, I guess." Like, "What's wrong?" I was like, "I don't want to say it out loud." Like, no, say it. I was like, "I was really looking forward to my juicy juice, and it's not in here." Yeah. Anyways, those are my struggles. So,
yeah,
whatever. God is good.
First world problems.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. You guys ready to talk about some Wheel of Time?
Sure.
Let's do it.
We're gonna talk about Shanaha. All right. In Faile's point of view, we haven't been in Faile's point of view in like
a long time.
Really long time.
Since she was captured and about to give it up to the brotherless.
Yeah. So it's been a while. But Faile's traveling through the camp and thinking about how Perrin had sent a scout to Carrion and about him sneaking off to meet with the White Cloaks, and she passes by Elayne's tent.
Yeah, this is a very interesting perspective for sure, because she is going through and really assessing the status of the camp and kind of reflecting on his actions to determine the best route, the best course for her, and the best course for the camp itself. And like you said, she kind of focuses on a couple of pinpoint items. Like she's like, I realize Elayne literally has her tent here with her flags flying. Like, why is she flying her flags when she's in our company? Mm-hmm. She's like, and then the rumors that are flying around are really getting out of hand. I definitely am going to have to like take care of her. Mm-hmm. And then she kind of goes into like a memory, and she's thinking like it would be great to have some advice from mom. And then she's like, shit, I never thought I would say that, but here I am thinking about when I was Zareen. And, at that time, I like ran away from my responsibilities. I was the oldest, and in Saldea, I had there was expectations of me.
Mhm.
And all I wanted to do was get away from these expectations, go as far as I can. I became a hunter of the horn, and my expectation was to marry another hunter of the horn and have hunter babies and never
I
have to think about this
just
stuff.
want to sing. No, stop. Monty Python's reference there.
Yeah.
But she realizes, like, as she and Perrin have been traveling, they've kind of been forced, or there's a force that's been around them collecting as many people as possible. And she sees, like,
Mhm.
and respects and actually appreciates, like, the tempest of chaos and order that's going on around her. And so she's like, admits that she really needed the training her mother gave her and that it prepared her, and that she no longer wondered why her mother put her through that. And then she also admits that she's angry with Perrin and doesn't remember why. And I was like, well, it's because you're married, but okay. So
All right.
We were talking about that the other day, my wife and I, about like how sometimes you're just like, you're angry and you don't even remember why, because it's just like there's something that happened, but you don't even remember what it was, but you just know the feeling. That's definitely a real thing in marriage. It's like,
Yeah. It was a dream.
upset. I don't know why anymore.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's the worst. Like, Chanel has very vivid dreams. When I tell you, I will wake up and listen to her dream because it becomes so entertaining. But then there are the dreams where I know I'm in it and she's angry, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna ruin my morning. I'm gonna be very quiet getting out the door this morning. I'm gonna give her a kiss on the cheek and run out the door. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
okay. So back to what you were talking about, Chris. I had to sit back and listen. It almost segues perfectly into what I was thinking about this section with Faile. Y'all pointed it out. We haven't really had much of a Faile perspective. And the last couple times we did, she was like captured, and it was the struggle to try and get out of that and everything, and kind of a woe is me. But anyways.
Well, she was killing somebody.
Right. Yeah. It wasn't like a damsel in distress per se. But I guess my point is it was focused on that. All of our other characters, we've had so many books and so many chapters to develop. This felt like, well, it was hinted at her taking a look at everything Perrin did and what was happening while she was gone and assessing the situation. All of the background thoughts that you were just talking about and her reflecting on stuff. This was like a fast forward montage of the character arc of Faile.
Yes.
Because we haven't touched on it that much. So like if you're not paying attention, you missed a lot of crucial, her reflecting on her growth, where she came from, where she's going, but like taking a very objective, accurate assessment of where she's at and where Perrin's at, where the camp's at and everything. And I think it was very well done. I went through these chapters twice, and it wasn't until the second time that I had that realization. I was like, wait a minute, we haven't really gotten deep into Faile, like, at all. And this is really good insight into how she sees the world around her and like what she's trying to do to help Perrin and help herself. And
giggity.
Well, that's what Perrin said until later in this chapter.
And then he got deep into Faile, but that's a whole different story.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think this is the reason why, like, the difference in Brandon's writing versus Jordan's writing. If this had been Jordan, that piece would have been stretched out over a chapter or two.
Oh, I was to say at least a chapter.
There was no mention of her bosom and how the dress fits, right. And
although there is some residual from Jordan because I was imagining them. Like, anyway,
there was no like super descriptive as she walked through the camp over the narrow way with the grass growing. Well, there's like slight remarks about how, like, okay, this is rotting, and okay, this isn't growing well, and it's more about the food and about the reason why she was there, but not all of the description. And then, like, again, a very kind of Brandon thing to do. He put her in a situation to show her growth rather than talking about the growth. when he talked about the review of the ledger.
Yep.
Which was very, very well done, very strategic when she goes, is it Bavin or Bavin or whatever?
Bavin, yeah.
Yeah. She talks about reviewing his ledger and how he must have been creatively stealing because the ledger was too clean and so clean. And then she kind of hints to, rather than outright saying, like, this one person, Varkal Torrance, needed his tent repaired and hasn't been done for months. And then some of the locals here that are noble born, they're getting theirs done within days. Like, and then Torvin, his group is getting their supplies so much quicker than the others. And, it would be nice if everybody was kind of treated equally in this. I would hate for this to get back to Perrin. He's quick-tempered when it comes to injustices. She didn't say it. She kind of led to that frame of thought. And so you can see her really being kind of a fair lady. We'll call her that.
Yeah. When books are too clean, it's always a red flag. Back in a previous life, I no longer do this for a job, but I used to be a lender. Used to be a commercial lender, do business loans, and that was always a red flag whenever you would look at the financials of a company and all the numbers are just kind of perfectly rounded off, and it's just like you're kind of looking at like, so you're telling me you made exactly $10,000 on the penny. Like, not 10,003. You made like every item's like perfectly on. Like, that doesn't happen. Like,
you want to borrow $39,999.99, knowing that you don't have to have documents for that.
Yeah. And Alan, I don't know if you ever read this. A lot of places don't quite go this deep when they're doing first reviews, but auditors and actuaries will get into this, looking into fraud. So the round numbers, that's something to look into. But also when people fake numbers, often, apparently the entire human race will tend to do certain number combinations when they're making up numbers.
Yes.
That don't actually happen in real transactions that often. And I don't remember what they are at the top of my head, but I remember there's a difference between the last two digits of a series of a whole number and then the decimal, the pennies portion. There's two digits that people tend to use often when they're making up numbers.
And if I'm going to scam, I'm going to look up real prices and then I'm going to multiply by the tax percentage.
I had one company that was so lazy about it. Like, I looked at their books and they gave me like 3 years of financials and was going through, and their income increased by exactly 10% every single year, but their expenses stayed to the penny exactly the same. Like, their break room food expense was exactly the same to the dollar. And I was like, these aren't real financials, dude. Like, these aren't real numbers. Like, and he's like, what do you mean? I was like, it's too perfect. Like, I mean, everything's like very much in line. Like, no,
I need receipts.
Dude, we had 10% growth every single year with the exact same expenses for 3 years in a row, to the penny, and then had exactly a 10% more increase in revenue. No, you didn't.
Yeah.
How much money did you actually make?
Yeah,
these aren't real.
I need receipts. Literally.
Numbers aren't real anyways. They're fine.
Sure. But yeah.
Debt's not real. Money in the bank isn't real. None of it's real.
And to that company's, like, and I think it was just they had a really lazy bookkeeper. So I don't think it was really even the management of the company's fault. Like, I really think they didn't even know what was going on. The bookkeeper's just super lazy. And
well, the bookkeeper that Faile is auditing is not lazy. He knows what he's doing, but she's also not mad at him because, like, she knows that's bound to happen. This one, he does a pretty good job. She's just putting, I would say, appropriate pressure to make him be a little more equitable in how he's handling things.
Right.
It was pretty smooth.
Yeah.
Well, she even admitted, she's like, mom admitted that it's gonna happen. Like, this is part of how they make their fortune. I just need to make sure it's controlled.
Yeah. And I don't want people listening to think like, oh, Ian's, he's harsh on some characters and like calling them, you're manipulating the set and the other, and then soft on Faile. It's not like I'm super pro Faile. I think it's very specific to this situation. Like she assesses all of this, and you don't always want to go like head on, hitting the problem like with a strong fist and breaking stuff. Sometimes you got to look, all right, how can I make this better? What's the outcome that I want? How can I, he's a smart guy. So like, I think even he recognized what she was doing,
Oh yeah. 100%.
she was basically saying, I know. Okay. And I'm not mad, but I need you to fix it, or else we're going to have to take this to the next level, which I don't want to do. I don't think you want that to happen either. So like, I think it was all in the up and up.
My parents are great about that. They would try to get me when I was like in high school to confess to a lie because they would know, they would already know, but they wouldn't tell me they knew. They would just slowly drop hints over like a good example. And this involved you, Ian. I don't think you ever knew this whole story. So we were really close with our German teacher, like probably too close. But anyway, she had called about school related something, and I picked it up on the last ring. And this is back when we had answering machines. So the answer machine had picked up and started recording our whole conversation. And I didn't know that. So we're talking about school, and I was like, hey, I know just in case my parents talk to you, I just need to tell you, like last weekend, I said I was going to go to like, a class function or whatever, but Ian and I went out and we went to this party, and like I started telling her all the details about like what we did and everything like that.
It's all recorded.
And it was all recorded on the answer machine. Like I went through like a half an hour of recording of me just like confessing everything I did that weekend. And then like, rather than just like my parents like bringing it up, like the next dinner, like they were like, "So, tell me what happened last Saturday night." I'm like, "Oh yeah, I went to the the class thing or whatever," and they're like, "Okay, yeah." So was blah 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 there? I was like, "Yeah, that's weird that you would ask that." Yeah, he was there. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, he was there too, and like just started like hinting like different details from the story like over the next few nights.
Like your dad,
it's a trap.
Your dad took his time and crafted the trap. So he seems like that type of person. I don't know.
I'm just like digging a shovel like deeper and deeper, and finally, like after like the third or fourth night, I finally looked at my dad. I was like, "How do you know all this?" Like, it's like, yeah, you're in trouble. By the way, I was like, "Oh crap."
If you haven't figured that part out yet.
He was having so much fun. He was like, I just want to see where this
he was
go.
Good times. It's a trope. Yeah. It's a trap. Yeah.
Well, and to that point, Faile was just like, I'm trapped in this, whether I like it or not. And I actually like it. So she fought her destiny for so long only to end up right back where she thought she was evading.
Yeah.
And then we get to
then we switched to parents.
She got Taviran. Now hold on now. I keep bouncing back because I'm doing my reread. If she's thinking about now, like if we're just getting some insight now of how she thought her life would end up. I just finished Dragon Reborn, and so I just finished the introduction to Faile, and she was all Perrin from the get-go. There was no doubt. There was no. In fact, she was supposed to be doing everything but following him, and she was like, "I'm gonna hang with this dude." Like she got like that.
Yeah, I don't think that was Taviran.
No doubts.
That dog in her.
Yeah. I think you're right about that. Because I still think she was aware and is aware what the whole wolf stuff is. I don't think it's a big surprise to her.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, she even all but says like, I appreciate who you are. Like I am all about what this is. So that's further down.
That's my style, if you know what I mean.
Bestiality.
I was gonna go with just doggy style, but
Definitely would.
But interesting you say that, Chris. Tell me more.
I worked out before I got here.
Yeah, still got a little pre-workout.
Yeah, I've never done pre-workout. I've never needed this stuff. Never.
Yeah,
I've never. The only supplement I've ever done is protein powder and creatine. And when I tell you,
Creatine.
not like cycling creatine like you're supposed to, just like every now and then somebody would offer me some. I'm like, okay, well, it can't hurt. And now the health benefits of
We used to-
creatine are out there. So
Low dose daily
Yeah, we used to-
creatine.
it's really
Read
good
up
for
on
the
it,
brain.
folks.
Yeah, that's great for the brain, great
Yep.
for the body.
A lot of good research on
we
that
used
now.
we used to do creatine before swim practice, like in high school varsity swim team.
Oh yeah, I think that's very smart. I mean,
Yeah.
you can easily get dehydrated in a pool not paying attention because you're in water, and creatine helps with the absorption.
That's very true.
Yeah, so I think that's just smart in general.
Yeah. Especially in the beginning of the year when you're like out of shape and you're doing like the conditioning.
Yeah.
Crush you.
We'd always joke around about who's going to pop first because they just would work you until someone puked, and there was always someone's going to puke in the first day, just because they're running you until until someone pops. Yeah, it was fun. Anyways, so Perrin, Perrin's at the top of the hill. He's
sniffing the air. Yeah, in my mind, he's like sniffing the air, like trying to catch the hint of a wolf, and kind of
sensing for him, and this is where Faile had said to asked him to meet her there at dusk, so he's just waiting for her. Faile shows up, dressed to impress, looking all fancy. Yeah, the Perrin horse
with a side of ham hock.
Yes. She was definitely in her finery, and he definitely felt a little underdressed. He's like, what are you wearing and why? She said, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
And he kind of like, you gonna say?
No.
Oh, okay. There's this moment, and I didn't really kind of, like, I paid brief attention to it, but it essentially led to kind of parents starting to go down his spiral and ruminate over, who he was and what he had done. And it kind of goes back to so fancy. Yes, it was very fancy.
I'm so fancy. You already know.
Her thought process of like, we have to get your flag back up. And we didn't really touch on that, but that was a thought process she had, and it's kind of a point of conversation between her and Perrin. And he's just like, I'm not a good leader. Like, I don't want to lead. And she's like, why are you fighting your nature? And he's like, well, I'm accepting the wolf. She's like, no. Why are you fighting being a leader? Like, you're definitely not fighting being a wolf. You are accepting that. And she's like, you need to stop lying about this thing. As much as you say you don't want to be it, you are it. So accept.
Do you think every leader's perfect? That's not. No leader's perfect. And he's like, well, I have a weakness. You're my weakness. And he's like, every leader has a weakness. Like, you're human.
Yeah. And I think there's another layer to it. Up until this chapter, I thought it was, I've talked about before, like, where not everybody's born to be a leader and ready to step into that role, and not calling Perrin a coward, but like where I think he is capable, and clearly people want to follow him. We see that, like, he's hesitant too. So like, I was always trying to figure out why. And while it didn't directly say this, I think it's because of what Perrin's been struggling with, and he's attached shame to it, to all the things that he's done while woofing out and the battles and this, that, and the other. And because he has such high standards for somebody that should be in charge, and he feels like he's fallen so short of it because of these things that he's had to do along the way. Like, he's convinced himself that, like, nobody should follow me because I'm less than. Like,
he outright admits it. To your point, he's like, I didn't give myself up for my people. Like, when the White Cloaks came, I had an opportunity to do what a leader should do. And she's like, no, what you've done shows that you're becoming a greater leader, because you realize you have a larger population to take care of, and you have to be free to lead. And that means sacrifice.
Right. And and I do think he's been, for the most part, making the best decisions he can along the way. I mean, all throughout all of these books. But because they're not like the perfect decision or like the most glorified or virtuous of decisions, he's super hard on himself for it. And she's like bringing this realism to him of like, no, it ain't like that. Like there's tough decisions to make,
Yeah.
and sometimes you're gonna make bad ones. And it's that, but as a whole, like you're a good dude, you're worth following. Like, anyways, yeah.
I understand it. Like there was a point where I was in leadership and I was young and I was like, this blows. Like I don't want these responsibilities. And I did a good job at my job. And as a matter of fact, I was calling out people that were my senior that had been in a job for a while. And I decided to get out of it because I was like, I don't think I want to do this, because I get too easily invested, and then not seeing the changes that need to be made really tick me off. And to not,
Yeah, you take it very personal.
and it was that level of like, I wasn't in charge, I was just in charge. Like I was an assistant director, pointing out my director.
Ooh.
And
were you assistant director or assistant to the director?
I was assistant director.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah. So it was like, in what I was saying, I was legally right. And I watched my director and executive director pin stuff on the person that was in my role prior, when it was half of it was his fault, the other half was not.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, what are you going to try to pin on me? Like,
welcome to the adult working world.
Yeah.
Like any job 101, when somebody leaves, you talk about how you miss them for 2 days, and then everything after that for the next 6 months that goes wrong, you blame on the person that just left.
Yeah.
That's everywhere I've ever been. You wait a little bit, and then you blame at the person that left.
I can point out things in this institution that are still happening that I created, but you wouldn't know I was the one that created it.
Yeah. Yep.
Or brought forth that change. And I'm like, I don't want to be a leader ever again. And then I get in these positions like Perrin, where I say it and I try not to do it. And the next thing I know, I'm the guy everybody's going to. And I'm like,
wait till you become a parent. Then you're forced into leadership roles. Gotta lead them kids. Well, you don't have to, but I recommend it strongly.
Yeah, martial law.
We were doing the whole lesson on mercy the other day with my kids, which was fun. Talking about leadership. That's a big thing in leadership, is when to use mercy and when not to. Of course, mercy, granting some
top.
Yeah. Well, mercy's, when you deserve a punishment and you don't give them the punishment that they deserve. That's what mercy is, so teaching the kids that, and they screwed up and said, you're not going to be in trouble this time because I'm teaching you the concept of mercy. And like, a week later they screw up again and say, okay, now here's some punishments. Like, what about mercy? He goes, now this week you learn about justice. So,
this is so you can appreciate the mercy.
Yes. So we're gonna learn about mercy this week. Next week's justice. Because
and I think that's the same lesson that Perrin is learning. Perrin is actually learning right here. It's just like, you have to make the hard choices, and you want to go back to a simpler life, but I don't think you can. And you're definitely, do you really think you're going to take me into a simple life? Like Faile is being like very direct with him, but also like, I'm with you. I'm here with you. We will make moves to make things happen, but I need you to realize that you've grown, where you're at, where you could be, and where you say you want to be. And if things are going the way the world thinks they're going, it really won't matter what you want, because we're at the world's end. If we don't get this done and end this, then it won't matter anyway. But in the event it does matter, we can make a decision at that point. But whether you want it to be a part of it or not, the people of the Two Rivers were ready for leadership. And they took leadership from people who did not deserve to be leaders. And then you came in and you took things up a notch. You set a different level of expectations. You have shown them what good leadership looks like by being a servant leader, and now you want to give up on them. Is that what's best for them? Because you're at a point now where you have to decide not what's best for you, but what's best for the whole.
Yeah.
And like she's taken this realistic approach with them. It's not just that you've changed, Perrin, but you're talking about, oh, I want to just go back to Emmons Field and be a blacksmith and da-da-da-da. Well, guess what? The place you came from doesn't exist anymore. It has changed.
Mm-hmm.
You can't go back to what you were where you were, right?
Yeah.
And I gotta give a lot of kudos to Faile in this chapter. I don't get the impression that she's making this statement or trying to make the impression of, well, I'm Faile and I deserve this and this is the life I want and you better take that into account, Perrin. No, I get more the feeling it's ultimately when this is all done, whatever you decide to do, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to go be poor, living in a tent and never talk to people, fuck it, that's what we're going to go do. But I don't think you'd be happy with that. Because that's not who you've become. You've changed too much. And you're saying, oh, you just want to go back to this place where you're from. I was like, well, I just want you to start thinking about this now. That doesn't exist anymore. Right? So I want you to take an accurate, look at yourself and what you actually want.
It's a Haraith.
Oh, yeah. It's one of my favorite words.
I know.
Yeah.
I love that word too. Good old Welsh words.
Okay. I didn't know if it was Irish or Welsh or whatever.
It's Welsh. It's Welsh.
Longing for a home that no longer exists or doesn't exist.
Mm-hmm. But not the same thing as homesick. It's different. It's something that
Yeah.
like homesick's like you can go back home. Like Haraith is
Right.
the home doesn't exist anymore.
Right.
Because everything's changed and it never can exist again. But you still have a longing for it. It's called Haraith. There's a Welsh word for it.
Yeah.
And the more you know.
G.I. Joe.
I don't have to.
I'm not queued up.
Hold on. I got there it goes.
All right.
We have to have those moments since PBS.
The more you know.
Exists.
That's NBC.
I know it's not, but so brings back these thoughts.
Yeah. But PBS is still around. It's just now nonprofit and it's now funded that way.
Yeah.
It's just not government funded anymore. It's still there. I still got PBS Kids on my TV. My kids still watch it.
Good.
Yeah. So and then at this point, Faile calls over some servants to bring a blanket and some food, and Perrin's like, "What the hell's all this about?" She's like, "Did you forget? It's only been a year. You forgot our anniversary already." Har.
Now
Yes.
this is interesting.
That's exactly what I thought of when I heard that.
Some Axl Rose.
Perfect. Yeah.
Well, it's not yet their 1 year anniversary, but it's coming up on their 1 year anniversary.
Yes.
So they celebrate it at a specific time, which I thought was a pretty cool concept. Like not celebrating on the exact day, but
just making sure you celebrate.
Mm-hmm.
And how about this? Okay. Someone's going to accuse me of just getting sappy about the love story now because, how things are working out in my personal life. And maybe that's true. But Faile, she has certain expectations, right? Of how you should celebrate an anniversary or a whatever it's called. But she also realizes that she's with a man that is not where she's from.
Mm-hmm.
I was raised different culture, whatever. And she talked to Tam about this to get intel on what do your people do to celebrate stuff like this. And Tam's like, well, nothing really, but there is something I would do with my wife, and it was XYZ. And so she tells him, like, it's like she's bringing a piece of this thing that, so back up. We just finished talking about how she's having conversations with him about how you can't really go back to the way things were and things have changed and you've changed and this is that and the other. But then she reaches back and she's like, but there are things that are important to you and your culture, but your home, your friends, people that are near and dear to you that you can bring with you. There's traditions you can carry on and still grow. And she's like, I talked to Tam, and this is something he did with his wife. And so I wanted to do that with you. And I thought you'd appreciate that. Like, holy shit.
This is an establishment of a tradition and a piece of culture. And though the two of them are the ones that are going through it, those servants are seeing what happened. Those guards are seeing what happened. There's going to be conversation about this intimate moment that's going to spread around camp. It's going to get back to the Two Rivers folks. It's just going to spread in general. And if the Lords are doing it, then eventually those less
it's going to be the way. But she didn't just yes to all of that. I think what I like is she didn't just go, well, this is the way I want it to be, because this is the way my people did it. She intentionally went out of her way to find a way to include a piece of him and where he's from in it.
Our people will now do it.
That was so cool. Yeah.
This
is way better than Nynaeve. Way better than Nynaeve tricking Land into going off on a death run, and then after she dips out, crying to Rand that he's going to die. Like, woman, you sent him on this mission. You did that. Anyways.
He kind of sent himself. And she
no, he got duped into that one.
He got
it's his destiny.
He got duped into where he was going. Like, she put him on the very edge, farthest away.
Where he was supposed to be. Yep. You're not wrong.
Yeah.
But I liked all of it.
Yeah. And then they start to talk. She mentions that Perrin has the wolf in him, and that brings the conversation. Perrin's like, yeah, I never told you about everything I did in Malden. And she's just like, oh, you don't have to. It's like, no, I have to. And this is where one of the few times in the Wheel of Time where actually there's some decent communication happening. It's communication in the Wheel of Time. I think in
some of the best.
In all 14 books, I think this is peak right here.
This is the first moment where we have somebody that is getting therapy and closure.
Yeah.
Talking it out, talking through it, feeling weight released. Like, Rand went and meditated, and all of a sudden it's like, I feel good.
Yeah.
Perrin actually gets to talk about his problems. Talking about how he was easily manipulated without her, and how he would do anything to protect her, and how she is his weakness. And it's like you said earlier, she mentioned, like, all great monarchs have issues. We have drunks, we have gamblers, we have people who lost everything. She's like, the cool thing is, it's like a sword reflects.
Yeah.
And you have a nice, honed, sharpened, clear sword. Yeah. Because though you have had all these problems, you work things out, you clean it up, you take care of it.
Yeah.
It's like your people are your sword, you are your sword, and you have nothing to worry about. And he was like, yeah, well, there's also the Varen problem. He's like, she kind of definitely helped to drive a lot of this on, and she was a big problem solver. She's like, well, I'm gonna solve that problem.
Oh yeah.
He's like, we're not gonna talk about this.
Handle that light work. I'll handle that light work.
Business. And he divulges, like, I don't feel like I can raise a banner without being in control of myself and being, controlling the wolf. And she kind of reiterates what Hopper has said, which is, you can't control what you are, you just are it.
Yeah.
And she's like, I'm not talking about even your mannerisms and the way you eat. It's just the fact that that is a part of who you are.
I've tasted the blood through the wolves. I don't want to become gnome. He's still fearful of that.
Well, he just dumps it all on her.
Yeah.
And then she dumps right back. She's like, here's what happened in Malden. Like,
yeah, well, she doesn't judge. She just accepts what he told her. She doesn't judge it. She doesn't counter. She doesn't even dig in, asking a bunch of questions. Like, that's the story he wanted to tell. She just took it and then told her story.
Yep.
Where did this mature Faile come from? I keep saying this. I just finished Dragon Reborn. Other people, I don't know how you feel like when first meeting Faile. course, they were all young. She was a little annoying in the beginning, a little naive.
Mhm.
I mean, I didn't dislike her, but she was a little annoying, a dash. This chapter, Faile, is like, yeah, I almost want to be like, man, if all of our characters treated all their relationships, close relationships like this, like the last battle wouldn't even be needed. Like the world would just be in harmony.
Yeah.
It came from the fact that she had to go through some things.
Oh, she went through some things. Yeah.
She went through some things, and then she has a number of people that really depend on her to be the backbone.
Yeah. There's a saying that I heard once, and I think it's pretty true, is that like your relationship is as sick as your deepest secret. It's a really good quote that, like, especially with marriages, that like if you are open and honest with your spouse, like there's something about that. And that you see this in Parent, where he gets like the big relief once the awkwardness is gone, it melts away. Because once there is nothing, everything's on the table, the true reconciliation can happen, and there is no awkwardness anymore. And that's what they did. They were able to
if you're working together with secrets, then you're not both working on everything. Mm-hmm. Right? But once everything's on the table and you're working together, like literally every step together is building. Or there's no hidden shaky part of the foundation.
It's some things that are just best kept unsaid, because Faile definitely didn't say everything, and he knew that. He could smell it on her. He could sense it from her, but he was okay with it, because they said even at the end, like the solitude was his, and he was fully back to her.
Yep. Yeah. And I think that went both ways. That goes to my point of her not asking a million questions to get more details from his story. She let him tell the story he needed to tell to get what he thought was most important out. And she did the same. And yeah, it was good.
Yep. Yeah. Cool.
Which means one of them's about to die. I mean, we just had a very satisfying putting all the cards on the table. So clearly this can't last, because they don't belong in this series now.
Yeah.
I just think we just know there's some fighting that's about to happen, which we know it's coming. I mean, nobody's gonna die here. Faile has to have some pups first.
Yeah, some pups.
Well, they got to make the pups in about 2 minutes. It's about to go down.
Yeah,
and that's how we end this chapter.
Pup making.
Yeah. With communication, what this whole series would have been 2 books. It's probably true.
Yeah.
Guys ready for the next chapter, or anything else from this chapter before we move on?
Yeah.
No, we're ready.
Chapter 17, Partings and a Meeting. So
Matt's sleeping in a ditch.
Yeah, he wakes up under the wagon. Yeah,
I hate that I relate to this guy so much.
I mean, I've been there.
He's like, I rolled the dice, and the dice said the ditch. So
this is 100% Benny from college.
Oh yeah.
Waking up under the beer pong table, passed out, like kicking him, like pecking him with a stick, like, dude, you're alive.
And then he pops up and he walks around and picks up all the cups with a little bit of booze left in him, and finishes the last swig in every single cup after he wakes up. I'm talking like 20, 30 cups spread around 3 different rooms. He's just walking around pounding the last little swig.
Oh no.
Ugh.
That's everybody else's spit. That's all.
Miss that guy.
Whatever happened to him?
I bet he never got COVID. His immune system was rock solid.
Yeah. I mean, I got drunk once and woke up on a bench in Chinatown in DC. So I mean, I've been there. I've
So I woke up in the middle of the Sunken Gardens. Well, like during the week, it's like 10 in the morning. So people had gone to a couple of classes, and I woke up in the bush or in the middle of the field. It happens.
I woke up on a bench with a homeless guy literally poking me, asking for money. Like sun was rising. I was like on a park bench, like sleeping on a park bench, and I woke up. I was like, "What? No, dude, go away. I'm trying to sleep.
I'm good."
Like,
look,
Chris, you got any change?
Chris, the whole time I was at college, both of my parents were super proud, because I went to William and Mary, and they were like, "Oh, my son, he's doing so great." And I guess they never really knew what college life was like for me. But on graduation day, I'm walking around with my parents, and I had 2 different graduations. I went to both of them for the 2 different majors.
Mhm.
And in between, you're running around and running into all your other friends who are also graduating.
Yes.
And no less than a dozen people came up with total surprise on their face. And they're like, they're going to let you graduate? I was like, yeah. And they'd all be like, I'm not going to lie, man. Like, I'm really happy for you. I didn't think you'd make it. and my parents are looking at me like, what the fuck have you been doing the last 4 years? And I was like, ta-da.
I made it in 4.
Like, nobody here thought you, everyone is
Double
surprised. Like,
Yeah.
oh, man.
Good times. Good times.
Anyways, I made it.
Yeah, my brother got woken up at the front. He was sleeping on the front step of his own house, and the cops showed up, and they thought he was like a squatter or a homeless person passing out on like the front step of it. And then the cops showed up and like woke him up, and he was trying to convince the cops while halfway drunk, but he's on his own property. But like he's just like, "This is my house." He's like, "Why aren't you inside of it?" He's like, "I couldn't get the key in the lock, dude." Like, so this is like a good place to sleep.
I made it this far, and I was like, close enough.
Close enough.
Legally, you can't do nothing. I'm here.
You can't. I'm here. I'm on my property. Leave me alone. Always fun. So yeah, so Matt wakes up. He had a rough night.
We have a weird
Julian
moment.
then comes over to approach.
Oh, we have a weird moment of him thinking about Eludra and the dragons, which I was like, why does this matter right now? It's just,
them cougar dreams.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
He was like, I want to slay her dragon.
So Julian approaches Matt and tells him that the Aes Sedai are getting ready to leave and take the horses that he promised. And Matt goes to see them off to Tarvalon.
We had a sad moment before that because as he was getting up, he was looking at his state and he realized he was dirty and filthy and needed to shave, and his coat was ruined, and all he could think was Lupin's gonna have a fit. And then it was like, wait a second.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he's not gonna have a fit anymore. And then there was like just that realization that he was literally sleeping in a ditch because his life was being threatened. And then he goes to see the Aes Sedai off, which is a happy moment for him. So he went from a low to a high.
Yeah.
So
yep. Yeah.
We hear that
he tells them
gonna go as well.
Yeah, Julian's gonna go as well.
Lopin?
He says
more like loping his head off. Oh, that's dark. That's dark.
Yeah, it's dark.
Too soon.
It's dark. Hey, dark humor is always good. So yeah, it says he'll give them the horses, but asks them to help to find a way to convince Tuon about the Soldum, and try to fix that whole problem.
Yeah.
With
it was a very like interesting kind of conversation here because, like I said, we had Julian deciding he's going to take his wife to the tower because feels like she needs to be there, and that he can find work even though he was a thief catcher. He can definitely go there and get some work, and then he's goes up to the caravan of these people to see what horses that they were taking. He's like, well, they went from a few horses to some of my best horses and pack animals, which was not part of the agreement. He's like,
give an inch, take a mile.
Yeah, he's like, of course they're trying to sneak away as quickly as possible. He's like, and then he sees the Damani, and he's like, all right, so I'm giving you a charge. And so they went from like not having a purpose and trying to figure out life to I need you to learn as much as you can to help us preserve the empire. And that
he lit a fire.
Like, correct. And it was, yes, Lord, thank you, sir. Like my liege. He was like, okay, cool it with the titles. And he realized in that moment, he was like, I took this a step too far by accident. I didn't realize what I was going to do by giving them purpose. But I think
you picked out the best part of this whole interaction. That's the one thing I wanted to talk about. and they were up until from the point they realized they could channel up until now, they were terrified for so many reasons. One, they couldn't be what they were before. Like they can never go back now that they know what they know. But they can't share this with anybody amongst their people because it risks destroying their whole civilization. Like everything that they're built upon and where they get their power is at risk because of what they are and what they know about it. And they've been freaking out this whole time. And in this one charge that Matt gives them, it like light bulb clicks. They're like, holy crap. You're right. Like this is inevitable that people find out.
Yeah.
It's inevitable that there's conflict between Sean Chan and everybody else, this, that, and the other. And we are in a position where we can help affect change in a positive way to bring everybody together and to not collapse the empire. And it's huge. It's not a small thing. It's a huge thing.
Yeah. No,
correct.
It's only second to Matt giving sweet cakes that are doused that are going to die. What's her name's mouth?
Yes.
Perrin and Rand are struggling this whole time about who they're becoming and not losing who they were. Matt is just being Matt the whole time. He's like, yeah, I'm becoming us all this other stuff, but I got a prank to play.
He is stumbling into all this stuff too, which is a very Matt thing to do. Like he is just living his best life and saying what he says and doing what he does and stumbling into greatness.
He's as shocked as everybody else. It's like
even with Bail Doman, he's just like, you know, he looks at him. He's like, so you're going to the White Tower too? He's like, yeah, she's going. I'm going. We're going. And he's like, well, maybe we can help get her life back at some point. In his mind, he's like, why do I even care? Like, I'm getting rid of all of these people. I don't have to worry about their influence anymore. But then I'm also setting them all to task. Like he gave every single one of them a task to do.
Yeah.
So he literally just
casually and jokingly, but like also very serious and very important.
Yeah. He's like, I'm sending you with soldiers too, but I want my horses returned. I want you to tell the Amyrlin. He gave a very pointed statement.
And sweet bombs.
Wanting back what I want, what was mine, and you know, there Tom's in the background, like he mentioned the horn, but was he serious about that? I want my shit back.
It's like coming back, better not turn me away.
For a moment, I thought he was talking about the dagger. I was like, well, he's gonna be sadly disappointed about that. But I forgot about the horn.
Yeah, the horn.
Yep. And of course, they all leave with the sweet buns and everything. And then as they're walking away, Tom turns to Matt and's like, what's with the sweet buns? He's like, yeah, I sprinkled some stuff and their mouth's going to turn blue.
That's her mouth because he knows she won't share them. So
it's so perfect.
He's also
even the way Matt delivers the demand to tell the Amyrlin that I want my shit back.
Yep.
He even does it a way that's non-offensive to the group of Aes Sedai that are here. He has some Aes Sedai that are that were part of the rebel faction that weren't. These Aes Sedai still don't know what they're going into because there's rumors about XYZ. They don't know for certain that Egwene is in charge. He doesn't even get involved with the politics in that. And he's like, look, if it's Egwene, this will be easy. If it's not, doesn't matter. Still relay the info because it's important. I want my shit back. Whoever's in charge, I want my shit back. And anyway, just unintentionally, accidentally clever and well played by Matt.
Yep. Yeah. And then, so after that, he goes over to Satel, says he needs to shave, and they start talking about Oliver. Just, to watch over Oliver.
And what was he again? Because she can channel, right?
Yes, she was the innkeeper.
She's the innkeeper.
That was also potentially a member of the tower but he's not sure. That's an assumption on his part.
That's
And
right.
so, he more or less tasked her with keeping track of Oliver, and she's like, well, all the men in the camp love him. He's fine. He's like, that's part of the problem. They love him too much. They're treating him like an adult. I need him to be a kid. I need structure. She's like, well, I'm already teaching him how to read, so I might as well teach him other things. And she has an idea of where her husband is, so she kind of needs to stay close to Matt until she can get an opportunity to go off and back to Abadar with her
Elayne.
husband, or Elayne. Yeah, that's right. So she's kind of striking a deal with him. So again, here he is again, being a good leader. Oh yeah, with Sprinklewort. That's what he put in.
Yep.
What's the way
I thought it was great.
in Jolie's stuff? That was what it was.
Jolie.
Here it is. If it's Egwene, this should be easy. But even if it isn't, you tell her the White Tower has something of mine, and it's nearly time that I reclaimed it. I don't want to, but what I want never seems to matter a whisk these days. So I'll be coming, and I don't mean to be bloody turned away. Use that exact language. And Teslin's like, okay. So they're off on their travels, and then we have just him and Tom chilling and about to make the next move, I guess. And we switch over to Elayne.
So Elaine's walking through the Garden Palace rooftops. It stops at a vantage point. Brigitte then walks over and starts to scold her.
I thought about that before Brigitte showed up.
Yeah,
I was thinking about
this is where Rand came in, like
exactly
easy access.
You're exposed. What are you doing, woman?
Yeah,
and she has this false sense, and I love the way Brigitte put it. So I'm gonna kind of skip around just a slight bit.
Do it.
But she goes, "I'll be fine." Men had a viewing. My kids will be healthy and happy. And she's like, I have seen women lose most of their life and still give birth.
Yeah.
So don't use that argument with me. Like, women have been in comatose states after knocking their heads on the ground, and they still give birth to perfectly healthy children. So I need you to chill on the I'm not going to be injured.
Right.
I need you to be safe. And she's like,
so,
nope.
Let's ask the question. Foreshadowing? Question mark?
I think that's too easy.
Chris, there's no way all of our heroes make it to the end. I'm going to say this right now. If all of our air quotes heroes make it to the end and they're all holding hands and Princess Leia is putting medals over their neck and all the Ewoks are fucking dancing, I quit. If that's how this ends, I quit.
If
we make it to the end and you quit, we're fine.
I'm sure Rand's gonna die. I'm sure Rand's gonna die. Like, Rand has to die.
But so dead die? Or dead die dead?
I think he's gonna dead die. Like, I think Rand for sure is gonna go.
But it's a lowercase a, italicized, Chris. A lowercase italicized a.
I think.
In air quotes.
I honestly don't think we're gonna lose any of our ladies. I don't think it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
No, shit's gonna hit the fan.
I think I really do think
you sound like my kid who doesn't understand the permanence of death. Like, my kids still don't understand that at all.
By the end, maybe by the end we lose Tom. Like, I can see Tom going, as much as I hate it, because we know he's gonna scoop up his lady in this book and kind of rekindle some love there with his unicorn powers. But I don't know. I don't see anybody else die. I think everybody else has a life that's starting, and Rand is kind of marching to the end. So I don't know.
That's a good question, Gramps. Who do you think is the safest?
Oh,
Bella.
Bella. Agreed.
Bella's gonna know
Who is the sick? I think if I called anybody safe, that's still a great question. I would almost say Egwene, and I want to
Okay.
give it to because Matt has like the luck of the devil. I want to say Matt is very safe because he's not outright going out of his way. Perrin definitely not safe.
Logically, I would want to say Loyal because we have all these books that he wrote.
So
but the trouble is, all throughout this, he's been stopping to take all of his notes.
Correct.
So he, like his last dying breath, he could hand the books off to Matt and be like, "Make sure this gets published."
Or his wife. And so, like,
Right.
Loyal was going to be the one that I was going to say is the safest. I was right there with you until I really thought about it. And I was like, no, Loyal has to die. I think he's the one that's going to have to go.
But that'd be too crushing. I think of all the characters, like if something crazy happened and one of the major characters got snipped right now, Loyal dying would make a lot of longtime readers at this point be tempted to just walk away.
I don't know.
Like, how do you keep reading after that? What does it even matter? Well, I guess there's the hope that maybe he's not really dead.
Last page of like, yeah, the show did.
I mean, Moiraine dies in book 5, and you guys are still reading.
She's not dead.
Not dead. Moraine's coming back this book.
She believed this letter.
Remember when Alan kept getting mad at us for saying Tom's still alive?
Yeah.
He got actually mad.
Tom's not alive. Oh wait, Tom's back.
Tom's dead. No, wait, Tom's back. Yeah. So about that. Yeah. Well,
when you read or listen, if you read and or listen at a like kind of regular pace, Tom's not gone for that long.
No,
he's not.
He was gone for a long time for us, but this last time I was like, well, he really wasn't gone that long.
I could almost see Nynaeve sacrificing herself.
And not just for Lan.
No.
For any one of her people.
Yep.
What if Rand and Nynaeve like got to do? They're doing some crazy weave together thing, and they sacrifice together. I can see that happening.
And maybe our Aiel turned soon to be wife and her name
Avienda,
because she might be the third person. Maybe the three of them have to use their powers link to use Kalandor, and then they all get drained and die. Maybe they're the sacrifice. I don't know. I hate to think anybody else besides Rand. At this point, Rand is dying, but I hate to see anybody else go.
Yeah. I do think we got some foreshadowing with Elayne.
What's her name? Catswing can go too.
Yeah, but that's like when your 99-year-old grandfather passes away. Like, it's a little sad, but also you're like, it's just you lived a good life.
Yeah,
we'll celebrate your life. Yeah.
Yep. So after all the talk of the kids, Elayne then brings up the kin. Because she meets Sumiko and Elise, and the plans for their future.
They're like, there's conversation of people headed to Tarvalon.
She's like, you can stay here, support the crown. So like the only thing we'll ask is just healing and traveling.
Yeah. And this is for those that they know just outright aren't going to be accepted into the services of Tarvalon. She's like, well, if you're going to go and live in Tarvalon but not be a part of the White Tower, you might as well live with us. because Egwene has already said that others could stay here to train with you all and to train with me, and there's opportunity here.
And they kind of call her out like, this kind of sounds awfully like setting up another White Tower. I don't know that I like that.
Yeah.
And I kind of thought that too. I was like, wait a minute, why are we going for this power play for channelers? Like, this hasn't been discussed with Egwene or anybody else.
I mean, it was loosely, because they were told that they'd still be allowed to kind of exist, but the kin have no home. And they've been with Elayne this whole time. So Elayne's just offering them opportunity, and they take it. They're like, you know what? I might not necessarily be able to speak freely or speak for everybody, but the one was like, for myself, I know I'm not going to be accepted, but I know this much. I want 50%. For me and my people, those that stay.
I like how she goes straight to negotiating right back with her. Be like, all right, let's talk profits.
And I think this right here is setting Andor up to be the hub. It's going to become a secure place for the kin, highly protected, and it's going to be the hub for trade. I mean, that's just simply put.
/ outreach. The healings are all free.
And to that point, the women can still practice channeling. They're just not Aes Sedai. And we already have the Black Tower here. And then where's the school at? I mean, that the school.
Karian?
I mean, maybe this place becomes kind of like the mirror of that, and it becomes like the medical hub, because
School of Medicine.
School of Medicine. Why not? Why not make this a place of trade?
Karian is like MIT.
Yeah.
So
Black Tower. Yeah, Black Tower is an Andor.
Tanchico is like the bad news.
Yeah. And in her mind, she already has her. She's got her battle mages. She even says at the end, she's like, at the end of the day, the Black Tower is here, and it's a part of Andor. And I haven't given them directive yet, but if they're going to be here, they're going to serve me.
Yeah. She also worried what will happen with them if Rand dies, like what the Black Tower will do.
She'll be quite surprised, because we know this place is being run by a Forsaken. But I think there will be enough when what's his face gets back, or from the earlier books, the false dragon. Logain, yes, thank you. When Logain gets there, I think in him she's gonna find some solace, and she's gonna find a partner, and they're gonna get the part of the Black Tower that is still on Rand's side to fall in line under her. And she's gonna
Logain is gonna raise Rand's babies?
Yeah, why not? Or help to.
Now if she's running
that idea.
She's about to get the Sun Throne too. If she's got 2 thrones, Rand better not owe child support. I tell you what.
That's why he's doing all this up front. That makes
you can't owe it when you're dead. He's gonna die.
Oh, you can't owe when you're dead. Alan. Poor Alan. That's not true.
Oh, you sweet summer child.
That makes
sweet summer child. Yeah.
That's why he's paying it all up front, so that the costs can't go up.
Yeah.
That's the end of that chapter, though. This realization she has.
And that's the end for tonight.
Yeah. She also realizes that she's got to protect herself against Shan-Chan, and the only way to do that is to get on equal footing, and she's doing it right here. Battle mages, healers, travelers, which is something they don't have under kind of a equal monarch, somebody that's not killing everybody and promoting death like the Shan-Chan do.
Right. Chris, what are your thoughts on this recent theme of everybody talking about and planning for what they're going to do later? All right, so like after the last battle, this is what we're going to do. Let's start plotting and planning for life after this. everybody's doing that recently. Okay, so one, none of those conversations started happening until Rand turned to Zen Rand. So my first thought is people are only recently having these thoughts of hope because of his change.
Mm-hmm.
But then also I still think, all right, how naive are you people? Whatever happens at this last battle, the change is going to be so significant that there's no way any one of you can plan for it. Things are going to be radically different
I want
after.
you to think about who's actually thinking about the future.
Faile, Perrin,
Is Perrin
Elayne,
thinking about the future?
Elayne.
Hold on. Is Perrin thinking about the future?
Well, now
Right,
Perrin's a
let's
little
use the right
more.
word. Who's
I'll say
planning
Faile.
who's planning for the future?
A little Faile, a little Elayne, little Egwene.
There's a
Yeah.
theme here.
Your ladies.
All the ladies
Yeah.
are planning for the future, and most of them have had a place of power or position. They're getting
fair
their
enough.
house in order.
Okay. Little building the nest.
There you go. The guys are in the here and now. They're like, we just gotta get through this.
There's a big problem in front of us that we shall stay focused on.
Correct. And the women are like, we gotta plan for what's coming next. Even though we haven't finished what's happening now. That really
let's talk about the man you're gonna be in 2 years. But like, woman, I'm trying to survive that long, not plan it out. Like
do you have a health plan? Like, have you taken out insurance against me? That's what you should be doing. But
how much is my plan? $9.99. What about me? $9.99.
Yeah, here we are.
Little life insurance commercial. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So, favorite character?
I mean, I gotta say Faile.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Faile didn't hit me as the favorite character when I went through it the first time. The second time, I was more focused on her, and then certainly as we discussed these chapters, it became more obvious to me. Like, really impressed with the growth. Again, I know Sanderson was just realizing, like, oh, we're getting near the end. I gotta show some character arc here. I gotta show how this person changed, but a lot of good stuff in a short amount of time with her. Yeah.
Okay.
For me, Faile was kind of my first choice. But
You guys can both pick Faile.
My second choice is Matt. And I say that because he still went back to he shows his growth. He's taking care of his people, but he's always gonna be himself, the trickster.
Okay.
That's very important for what's coming up in the near future as they head to the tower. We need a little bit of that old Matt back with the new Matt knowledge to save Moraine.
Okay.
So we'll give it to Matt.
Cool.
Well, I like that pick.
Next,
Matt was quality here.
I guess favorite character. I guess I'll pick Tom.
Okay.
Man of Mystery. Just because I haven't given the Tom in a while. He deserves a shout out every now and then. Good old Man of Mystery.
I keep waiting to see what in the beginning and all throughout. I'm like, Tom knew about all of this all along, and he intentionally inserted himself in the story. But as we go along, it feels more like Tom got caught in the riptide.
Oh, I want to change mine. Just because. I think my favorite character for this week is Ian's new wife for not giving him any juicy juice. That's amazing.
Why we gotta end on a sour note? I don't think it was intentional. I don't know. The trouble is, she could be cursing me out, but she's always smiling when she's going off in Portuguese, and it's so cute.
This is why it works. I love
She's
that.
she's telling me off, but with a smile on her face, and I'm just like, oh, I love you.
That's why Chanel and I work. She get me angry, and I die laughing, like because she has this face, it's scrunched.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, you're trying to be angry, and it's cute, and I can't help but laugh at you. So be angry all you want, but I'm gonna laugh at you.
That's awesome.
Alan's like, yeah, I don't have that. Maybe with your children.
Maybe my daughter, yes. When my daughter gets mad, it's hilarious. It's cute.
Yeah.
My wife, no, not so much.
No, not at all. I say that with authority because I've experienced.
Yeah. Not at all.
Get married and the juicy juice stops. I've heard that happen to more than one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just dries right out that supply.
Look, I've been getting my own juicy juice since I was a young man. I can do it myself.
I can do it myself.
Anyway,
that's awesome. So next time, I think we're gonna take next week off. That's okay with you guys.
Okay.
I'm on vacation.
Okay.
Wait. You have a week coming off too, right?
I was gonna
Chris?
say the week that I'm gonna be off, if we just want to do it on Thursday, because it's the 21st.
Okay.
So we can just do that Thursday.
Okay.
That'll work.
We can probably do that Thursday. Sounds good. Yeah. So next week we'll take off because I'm on vacation all next week, and I am recording the Cosmere because we're trying to keep to a schedule, but trying to record 2 nights while I'm on vacation, it's kind of a lot of a big ask. So I'm like, I gotta take one off. So sorry guys, I'm bailing on you guys.
Oh, Chris, we are back burner now.
I know.
I'm not going to complain though.
So we're trying to line up the end of this book with Cosmere Reads to Alondo's going to be up in Canada at Tree's house recording live with Tree for the last
that's
episode.
cool.
So we're trying to line it up, which means I can't take a week off. So
good for him.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So yeah. So we'll take next week off. We'll be back in 2 weeks.
But our next chapters are
2 chapters. Yeah, we're doing 2 chapters. What are they? 18 and 19, which is the strength of this place and talk of dragons.
Ooh. The strength of this.
Let's talk about dragons, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the mirror universes that might be. Let's talk about dragons. Flicker, flicker, flicker. Doon, doon, doon.
Those are very non-descriptive titles. Like, I mean, let's talk about dragons. Plural could just be the conversation about all the false dragons and then the dragon reborn himself. That first one, I have
or
could be real dragons.
Or you have all these different prophecies that say this much. When this happens, then that'll mean that it's the true dragon or the true dragon exists. Like the tier, was it the stone of Tyr had to be broken or cracked or fallen or something like that? Okay, Rand didn't do that by himself.
No.
In fact, one of the more significant parts of that is what Perrin did in Teleron Riyadh when trying to rescue Faile. And, Matt helping, and then Egwene goes into Teleron Riyadh to take out the Black Aja. Like, they all had a part in it to make that happen.
So I'm going to go back to something that we haven't done in a while really quickly here because it helps. I just decided to open the book, right?
Oh, like with paper?
With paper, because I haven't actually read the book in a minute. And chapter 18, the strength of this place, the icon is the wolf. So now I'm like,
Perrin.
It's a metaphorical place that Perrin goes. So this is Tel Riyadh or whichever dreamscape world he's in. And is he gonna, learn a little bit more about this world and the power that that he could obtain in this world? Is it,
He just got the pep talk from Faile. So now I could see him going in there and being like, all right, Hopper, teach me.
Yeah. And then realizing that what he does in that world directly impacts the other world, the ways it impacts. So that gives a little bit greater context. And then for chapter 19, Talk of Dragons, it's the dice.
Okay.
But see, that leads to Matt, and Matt's not I guess he could talk about the dragon. Dragons, like apostrophe S, no apostrophe.
Nope. Like plural dragons.
Okay, maybe this is how we win this time. They're so focused on Rand, but it's not just Rand. Everybody coming together.
Release the dragons.
They all play a part. Rand didn't go into Rudy on by himself. He came out with Matt.
He did.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean.
Oh, dude. I'm thinking Matt and the dragons. Come on now. We know what Matt's dragons are.
Oh, yeah. Well, I guess that's cool too.
Yeah, his fireworks.
Boom boom sticks.
Yeah.
I see you at Boom Boom Sticks. Bye-bye.
Every now and then I gotta read. Now every now and then I realize I gotta open the book again. Because now I'm like, wait a second. Talk of Dragons is talk of his Boom Boom Sticks, and now he's gonna
boom
use
boom sticks.
That should have clicked when you said the dice, because that's Matt. Anyways, I still like my theory. There's more than one dragon.
There you go. Really saw the dragons.
That's how they win.
Well, how we can be found is at thewillreads.com. It's a cool website. You can go to it, click on links. That's what you do on websites, right? Scroll through, click links, all that cool stuff. Find stuff like Patreon, merchandise, Discord, social media, all that cool stuff. And
you
like, subscribe
to the Cosmere Reads.
Yeah. Well, no, we're doing our own thing eventually. The cosmereads.com is a separate website. But yeah. But thewillreads.com is the one I'm talking about tonight. so yeah, go check it out. All the cool things. And that's pretty much all I got for this week.
Until next time.
Peace.
Okay, bye. Thank you for watching The Wheel Reads.
Until next time.
Okay, bye.
Get your Coast Guard certified life-saving device ready and strapped on.
Oh, where are we doing tonight?
What kind of strap on you talking about?
Sure.